In an office, shows Philip Seymour Hoffman as Joe King sitting in a chair with his feet on a desk smoking a cigar. Jan Hooks over the intercom says, "Sure is Dr. King." Hoffman, "What is it, Sugar Jugs?" Hooks, "Norm MacDonald is here to see you." Hoffman, "Okay, send him in." Norm MacDonald walks in holding an envelope. Hoffman, "What you got there, Normie?" As MacDonald sits down, he says, "Why, I have our first ever piece of fan mail." Hoffman, "Fan mail, huh? What's it say?" MacDonald opens the envelope, takes out a piece of paper, and reads, "Your episodes of Saturday Night Alive are painfully unfunny and so offensive to those who have passed. Please stop. Signed, Brandon Bjornson." Hoffman, "Yikes. Well, you're dead, Norm. Do you think I'm offensive to those who've passed?" MacDonald, "Well, you did have Abraham Lincoln sit on Bernie Mac and play with his hair." Hoffman, "Well, come on. That was the 4th episode, okay? I was still getting my sea legs under me. How about recently?" MacDonald, "Well, Joe, I can't say that I find it all that offensive. However, I'm Norm MacDonald." Hoffman, "What do you mean by that?" MacDonald, "Well, I wasn't the most politically correct comic ever, you know. Sure, the Norm MacDonald types out there may enjoy your show, but your problem is with the woke culture. This fella here who wrote the letter is 25 years old. It's a different generation." Hoffman, "Well, what can I do?" MacDonald, "We need you to woke up." Hoffman, "Woke up? How do I do that?" MacDonald, "Well, according to an interview Bryan Cranston gave recently, MAGA is racist." Hoffman, "MAGA? Is that a rapper or something?" MacDonald, "What? No. MAGA stands for Make America Great Again, which was Donald Trump's campaign slogan when he ran for president in 2016. Hoffman, "Okay, Make America Great Again. Sounds pretty benign to me. How is that phrase racist?" MacDonald, "Well, according to Cranston, you know, if you look at it from a black person's perspective, America wasn't so great for them. So to desire a callback to a prior time in America is racist." Hoffman, "What? What about the 90s? You had Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, MC Hammer, Steve Urkel. Okay, that wasn't so bad." MacDonald, "I'm just saying you have to toe the line in order to get through to woke culture. You can't disagree with their sentiments. You have to champion them." Hoffman, "Okay, but I've had Malcolm X on here asking for reparations. What more do they want?" MacDonald, "Well, in the last episode of this program, you said Woody Harrelson's monologue on SNL was great." Hoffman, "What, you want me to say it sucked? The guy was in Kingpin, for Christ's sake. He's a legend." MacDonald, "Specifically, you said you liked his anti-vax joke." Hoffman, "Yeah, so what?" MacDonald, "Well, that's the thing. According to woke culture, you can't be anti-vax or you're leading to people's demise." Hoffman, "What? The wokies care about the vax shit too? Okay, I thought they were just all about race, gays, and trans." MacDonald, "They're also sold on the danger of COVID and the efficacy of the vaccines." Hoffman, "Okay, well, other than getting vaxxed, which I'm not going to do, what can I do?" MacDonald, "Perhaps you should draft a letter condemning Mr. Harrelson's monologue." Hoffman, "Are you kidding? Do you know what he's been through? They cut his hand off in a bowling alley, for Christ's sake." Okay, but fine, I'll have Sugar Melons out there draft a goofy letter. What else can I do? MacDonald, "Well, If you're pro-vax, pro-people of color, and pro-LGBTQ, that should suit you well. Now you only have one problem. Hoffman, what's that? McDonald, well, according to Mr. Bjornson, the show is painfully unfunny. Painfully. I think you need to strive to just be unfunny without it causing physical pain to your listeners. Hoffman, what should I do? Hire new writers? Okay, I'm not firing Michael O'Donoghue. He's always carrying a knife around with him. McDonald, well, the Rolling Stone really went after Harrelson's monologue. Maybe you should hire someone with a background there. Hoffman, the last time Hunter S. Thompson was here, he gave Tom Davis some adrenochrome, which caused Davis to start dry humping Gilda Radner. You know what? McDonald, what's that? Hoffman, I'll try to keep these issues in mind, okay? But at the end of the day, we got to do what we got to do, okay? And if we're not woke enough for some people, so be it, okay? At least the Norm McDonalds out there might appreciate it. McDonald, amen. And dead from the earth, we're not alive. It's Saturday Not Alive, starring John Belushi, Chris Farley, Phil Hartman, Jen Hooks, Norm MacDonald, Gilda Radner, Danitra Vance, and with many other special deceased contributors, musical guest, Bill Withers, and your host, James Monroe. Everybody, James Monroe. Applause, applause, applause. Monroe. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I served as the 5th President of the United States from 1817 to 1825, and was the last president who was also a founding father. My presidency coincided with the era of good feelings, a period in the political history of the United States that reflected a sense of national purpose and a desire for unity among Americans in the aftermath of the War of 1812. Applause, applause, applause. Monroe. But perhaps I was best known for the Monroe Doctrine, which stated, John Ritter comes out and sings, come and knock on our door, come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you, we've been waiting for you. Where the kisses are hers and his, three's company too. Monroe. Can I help you, Mr. Ritter? Ritter. Don't you remember, Mr. President? When I hosted this program, you said you wanted to play me in a Three's Company sketch. Monroe. Well, that's right. Well, maybe we can do that later in the show, but for now I wanted to talk about the Monroe Doctrine. Anyway, the Monroe Doctrine states in part, the occasion has been judged proper for asserting, as a principle in which the rights and interests of the United States are involved, that the American continents, by the free and independent condition which they have assumed and maintained, are henceforth not to be considered as subjects for future colonization by any European powers. We owe it, therefore, to candor and to the amicable relations existing between the United States and those powers to declare that we should consider any attempt on their part to extend their system to any portion of this hemisphere as dangerous to our peace and safety. John Belushi comes out and says, and for those who couldn't follow what the hell President Monroe was saying, the gist of it is the following. Dear European powers, you know those little future banana republics south of our border? Those places are on America's corners, not Europe's. And we're going to sell our product, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, you name it, on our corners. And if you come sniffing around trying to sell your shit on our corners, then we're going to have some problems. Monroe. Well, perhaps that's how I would have said it had I been on the show The Wire. Anyway, we have a great show tonight. Bill Withers is here, so even if for just the two of us there ain't no sunshine, lean on me so we can have a lovely day. We'll be right back.